Jackson, overall impressions of today?
I definitely could have played better, but I'm just super excited to play in an environment like that and play with guys like that. You know, first actual, I guess, college game, but super exciting. Had a ton of fun and learned a lot.
That second play, do you think you were close enough to get touched there?
Yeah, I was definitely close enough to get touched. I wish I could have gone for a touchdown, but it was good.
Would you have scored in the game?
Who knows? I don't know.
I talked to, after the game, I guess it was Jeff, and he said that it wasn't necessarily the plan for you to go back in late. How grateful were you to get the opportunity after struggling so much with the twos and the obvious issues?
Yeah, it was really helpful for me. Just working with that one-on-line and the ones receivers and stuff. You know, playing with guys that have been there before helped me out tremendously. Gave me time in the pocket that I could just step back and throw it, essentially.
How about that pick your roommate made?
Really good play. I couldn't see it on the field. I saw it on the Jumbotron, but it was a really impressive play.
What's your encouragement to a guy like Jaden? You know, you have that throw at the end that's right on the money, and it's just in and out of his hands. And, you know, he's kind of hanging his head about it. What's your encouragement to a guy like that, quarterback to wide receiver?
Yeah, just tell him to forget about it. You know, it's a spring game. At the end of the day, we're playing each other. We're not playing against another team. You know, we didn't lose a ring because of that. I mean, we lost a hoodie. That's what we were playing for, essentially. So I just not to hang your head about it. You know, like, I mean, could have gone either way. And at the end of the day, it's not that important. So just pushing past that and becoming a better person from that.
Jackson, a few months in, like, what's the mentality you feel like this freshman group is brought in coming in here?
Just I think we're really hard workers, and that's that mentality we brought in. You know, just work hard and I guess reap what you sow. In a way, you know, work hard day in, day out to earn your spots, earn your stripes, and just get on the field early.
Were you satisfied overall, and did the way this thing ended, did that help wrap the thing up for you in terms of an overall positive spring?
Yeah, definitely. Without that last drive, it wouldn't have been as fun of a game, but I think that last drive put a great bow on top of spring ball. You know, it's been hard. It hasn't been easy. Learning the playbook, going to class, going to meetings and stuff. It hasn't been easy whatsoever, but, you know, I think that last drive and everything that's happened so far in spring has been really awesome.
I talked to you a couple months.
That last throw to Gavin? When you talk about that play?
Yeah, just a good read by Gavin, good route. Had a lot of time in the pocket, just gave him the ball.
We talked to you early in the spring and even before about your relationship with Dylan. How has it evolved? How has it changed? And what's the benefit of that been like for you over these last couple months?
Yeah, if anything, we've gotten closer, and that goes with all the quarterbacks in the room too. Our quarterback room is extremely close. I've never seen anything like it, and with a room like that, you know, you can ask anybody for questions. For anything, honestly. If I have questions about, you know, a certain play or what somebody should be doing, I can ask any one of them and get feedback from them. Even after my own drives, you know, what did I do wrong? Teach me, help me get better, and we're all there for each other. And I love that about our quarterback room.
At the end of the day, this is the 15th practice, but were there any butterflies at all going into today? Just anxiousness on your part to play in this game?
Yeah, definitely. I've never played in front of, I don't know how many were there today. I'm assuming maybe like 60,000, 54. Never played in front of that many before, so definitely a little nervous. But you know, honestly, when I got on the field, I was not as nervous as I thought I'd be. I was a lot more comfortable being there, which is good, but definitely still some nerves.
Jackson, obviously, coming in, expectations have been really high for you, and you know that. But how have you maybe tempered those yourself, and how do you think you've handled that so far?
Just going day by day, controlling what I can control, especially today, you know, controlling the plays that I can control and whatnot. But yeah, just keep my head down, grinding, not taking anything for granted, and just keep on working for.
So what was your mindset on that final drive?
We had to score, no matter what, to win the game. So yeah.
Thanks, Jackson.
I'm good. Sorry, you cut me off a little bit.
What did you think of the scoring system? Was it hard to keep track of?
Yeah, I feel like it was set up for the offense to lose a little bit in a way. A lot of points were given out. A lot of random points were given out to the offense. A lot of points were given out to the defense for certain things. So
punts getting points on both sides of the board and stuff like that.
Yeah, made it a very high scoring game. Obviously, it was really fun too. Honestly, you we obviously didn't have the guys or the amount of guys to do 2 separate teams, just because of how many injuries we've had and stuff. So playing the game like that was still really fun though.
There's a lot of obviously former guys, former players here today. Did you get the chance to speak to any of them, maybe Kyler or Baker, any of those guys?
No, Baker was standing probably like from me to y'all right now on the sidelines talking to Coach Finley, but I haven't seen any alumni yet. No.
What's your goal this summer? How do you want to get better? What do you have to do to prepare yourself for fall camp?
Just being really comfortable with the playbook, making it like secondhand nature in a way, and alongside that, getting faster and getting stronger naturally with Coach Smitty, because we're going to be conditioning a lot. We're going to be lifting a lot in the summer. It's our transformation phase, just getting bigger and getting stronger, getting faster, and just being super comfortable with the playbook.
How comfortable do you feel in Coach Levy's scheme right now, and kind of after spring, where's your comfortability level?
Yeah, I feel really good compared to January. I was talking to Coach Levy about it the other day, how far I've come since January with learning the plays, executing them, practicing and whatnot. Come a long way, and I feel really comfortable. I had a couple mental busts today that I want back, but overall I feel really comfortable.
Kind of weird going to prom last week and then playing in your first kind of college game.
A little bit.
What have you learned as a newcomer to this program, coming off the season that they've come off? What have you learned about this team?
It's full of hard workers, seriously, and it's not easy either. Practices every day. Back in high school, practices were kind of easy. You didn't go against the defense, none of that, and you get to college, and every day it's like a competition. Every day it's like a game, essentially. Like today was no different than maybe more reps, but other than that, it was no different than the past practices have been. So just that competitiveness every single day, and just working hard every single day. It was a little different from high school.
What's your thoughts about the wide receiver group right now? Obviously, some transition going on there from last year. How do you feel about how that group stands as a whole?
I feel really good. I love the guys in that room, and what I love about it the most is that, I can't pick one person. I mean, obviously you have your dudes, but I feel like our whole group is so well versed and complement each other so well that they work extremely well. We can rotate guys with the ones, with the twos, and it just works out really well.
Jackson, can you put into perspective kind of the whole day? Kyler Murray, all those alumni were here, NFL guys were here. You played your first red-white game. You're wearing an Oklahoma shirt now from where you were 4 months ago. Just can you kind of put today in perspective? Very
surreal. Being in high school 4 months ago and playing in my first college game now is really surreal. Everything I expected and more. Just had a lot of fun, honestly. I had more fun than I thought I would, but because I was less stressed today, less nervous than I thought I'd be, and just went out and executed and had fun today.
Why do you think the nerves were?
I don't know. I felt really comfortable today, though, for some reason. I'm normally nervous, maybe because it wasn't a game, essentially, because it was a spring game, but felt comfortable out there. Felt like this is where I needed to be.
Do you normally get nervous before games?
Definitely. Yeah.
Was it cool seeing Peyton get that interception early in the game?
Yeah, it was. It was. I didn't get to see it in person, but I did see it on the Jumbotron. It was awesome.
What was your impressions of it, or what stood out to you most about that play that he made when you saw it on the replay?
Honestly, I only saw the very end where he dove and caught the ball, but I mean, very good job tracking the ball, especially with how windy it was. I'm sure the wind took the ball a certain way, and he went and snatched it, so it was a really good play.
Is it weird today you have to kind of flip the hat and say, okay, Dylan, what did you see on that play? Good job, Peyton.
Yeah. I mean, in my head, I'm thinking, good catch, Peyton, but at the same time, I'm like, well, that was negative points for us, too, at the same time. Yeah.
What was Coach Venable's message to the team in the post-game locker room?
Same thing he's been saying all spring, just keep working, keep executing. And he felt that throughout the spring that Team 129 got better, and I'm going to have to agree with him. I think we got a whole ton better this spring, and just to carry that into the offseason.
You talked about injuries earlier and sort of the reason why this game was the way it was. The offensive line obviously was part of that. What's been your impression of those guys, and anybody specifically stood out to you up front there?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like both our lines have been working extremely hard, been put in a hard position in a way with guys being hurt and, You know, those O-lines, the ones and the twos, have been getting so many reps at practice. Got so many reps today that they're almost worn out. So I've got to tip my hat to them. They worked their butts off this spring, and with all those injuries, it made them work even harder, and I think they did a great job.
What do you feel like you've learned about yourself in this first semester of college?
Got to work harder. It's not as easy as high school, obviously. Today shows I had that good drive at the end, but there were some plays that were my fault that I've got to, you know, go back and look at and execute properly and just, I guess, work harder, study harder. Everything's on a whole nother level in college.
I imagine you probably had some notion of that coming here, but is it a greater difference than maybe you thought initially?
I think the mental part is, for sure. You know, with how the speed changes from the high school to college level, it changes, but I feel like I was prepared for that. Prepared for that good, but I think the mental part, whether it's having confidence in yourself or just learning what the defense does, because our defense runs about 15 million different things. So just, you know, the defense part of it too is extremely tough because how much stuff they run and that, and
recognize that.
You know, recognize that, being able to know my plays, what everyone's doing on our plays. It's tough, but I think it was tough because it's just the first spring and I'm getting used to everything.
Jackson's got to get going to the autograph signing, so